Hey guys, welcome in. So, after I was in X Discord and I was chatting with Mig, X Forever as he's going by now that the game is finishing, we wanted to stick around and play other games together and things like that. Instead, it's a good community Discord, so if anyone's interested, feel free to look below or ask if I even put the link there. But what Mig is doing is he wants to go for the Landorus. He's made a deck to try and work with the Landorus banish and things like that. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, this is kind of like what I was gonna head towards after that poison deck. But he throws his little Poipole up there, and then he gets a Heracross out, and he has maxed that Heracross to be all blue. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And he is going for the blue here. He wants to go hit that heavy hurl and then throw it way behind him. But he gets the knockout and he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go for it just in case I only spin once. But I believe he was looking for that heavy hurl, throw it down. And when the opponent goes and max revolves and does this, he's like, oh, if he hits his blue here, and that's exactly why I didn't want to respin. But if he hit his blue there, he could have thrown him back, and then he could have gone for like the old Landorus play, and that would have been cool. And I would have loved to see that, but he didn't. So, here, I don't know what the opponent was doing here, just solely going for the blue only, because that is pretty much his best winning roll. I suppose if Heracross only spun once, but I was like, well, I don't think that was that greater risk. And here, the opponent, if he wanted to, could potentially have gone for that fly win. He just did hit fly. It happens. But Meg is now in a little bit of a predicament. And he's like, oh, I've got to use my Mega. I've got to just go for the win. If Celesteela hit blue, I suppose it wouldn't have been too bad, because at least he wouldn't have won. So anything was a win for there with Mega Heracross, because at least they would have been banished. But here he goes for the Landorus. He's looking for that purple. Kaboom! He's got the negative MP, 0 MP, and boom, get banished. This is what I was wanting to do with that poison ghost deck that I was putting together, and it just takes a way too much setting up when a deck can do it in just 2 moves like that. So I just like the complexities of making like crazy strategies work. But this thing, if the battle opponent is 0 MP, exclude it from the duel. That is cool. Now you potentially could go up to that sword form, but the only winning roll against the sword form is sword form's miss. So he can't really exclude that easily. And I don't think that's gonna be ever happening like that. But here, he goes for the old acid downpour. He just wants to get rid of this little sword form. Kaboom, and he is forgotten. He just threw that stack attacker out, and no blues. No blues get destroyed. So that was a big mistake by Meg, and oof, feels bad. He could have went for the surround on stack attacker there, but he went for the defense to go a little bit more defensive on the old goal. But here, it's all happening, and it's just going down. And he just wants to get rid of the poisoners. I honestly, I think it's a bit of a tricky situation, that one. I think he was really looking for the damage on damage there, I believe. And I think that was a bad place to throw. I believe you can throw 2 spaces, can't you? Does it have to be in a line? I'm not sure. But he goes for just the win here. He's just looking for the win. He's got a banish with that 0 MP. He got the Celesteela out, so he doesn't even have to worry about it anymore. And that is a big bonus. So, pew, off that gets to the PC. And now he just wants to poison everything, give everything its battles, gets the Ultra Wall, and now Meg has to really do a lot more defending. At least he's spread a bit of the poison around, and is hopefully, I'd say, trying to make things a little bit easier. But here, Beyonce wants to go and block off Landorus, so maybe he can go sword form and attack the goal, but gets caught. At least he gets to get rid of the Landorus, so I think that was a good play by the opponent. Here, I personally would have gone and attacked the goal, but I don't think the entry points were that worth it to lock down. So he goes the Mega Heracross. He wants to get attack on that goalie. He can see he's got no more defense, no more goal block, and so he's just looking for white. There's a lot of blue though. There's a lot of purple, so it's not going to be an easy knockout. So I think the opponent just got that, like, the old trust there. He's just like, yeah, I think I'm safe. That kind of feeling. But Heracross spinning, spins up a storm, and then he gets the bonuses on top. 9 spins plus the 3 extra. Oh, that was a very good play from the opponent, because if he had survived that, if he had won that, he would have got in a position of surrounding the goal, and I don't think Meg would have been able to capture that. But he had to go for the rush back defense, and Meg just takes the goal. Alright, we are back with this next one, and he's gone back at it, same deck, but he's going up against the opponent here is just going for like a interesting, kind of like a trolly, pretty like useful tool deck, just trying to get some troll wins, I'd say. Vibrava going down just to try to defend, and I think he's going to go for like the old get bite, move under, all that kind of, all the mons like a fairly common rare and lower mons, but I think he's going for like that little, he's going for like the sneaky plays, so I kind of like that. So here we go, Meg's just doing his setup. He hits the Mighty Sphere. The opponent's just pushing up, getting himself set up as well. And right now, Meg's just like, I'm going to attack. You got yourself into a position where I can just attack. And he attacks. So he gets the U-turn, not what he wanted, but at least he gets to drop the poison. And here, now the opponent realizes he's got to back off. If I was Meg, I would have attacked again. Absolutely attacked again previously. Because he wouldn't have been able to move without getting surrounded again. So I would have just kept attacking where he was at. Here, hits the attacks, kaboom, and Sub-Zero Slammer. He uses, I like that bug Z move, man. That bug Z move, so good. The Sub-Zero Slammer though, gets knocked out, gets the freeze one, but me can just straight unfreeze it again, so not too much of a big deal. So the one thing you got to be careful with is that playing decks like this is that, oh, gets to throw it. Now he goes in for the attack. Gabite can't move anywhere. He's just looking to get damage. Doesn't hit it though. So he's was 0 MP, was he? Because of the bug Z move. I didn't even look at his MP. And now Meg's just like, you know what, I'm just going to go in for the surround, captures it because of the Mighty Sphere, and here, he going for the attack, gets the spins. Yeah. This is one of the problems when you're trying to run a deck like this, like a little trolly fun deck, is that when you get left with 1 or 2 of the ones that don't really, can't work on their own, you're in trouble. But I like that, gets those banished with that soil, and that is what we're going to be moving into next. I just thought I'd show you what Meg's been working at, because as soon as he saw my poison deck with Landorus, and he's like, wow, that is potential. So he's gone down that way. I'm going to be going down and trying a few different things myself, so stay tuned, and there's going to be more videos to come.